Well, the sky is crisscrossed with contrails today out here in Los Angeles. That's right. It's where I do my show from. Originally from Detroit. I moved out here in, I don't know, was it 2021? I think it was. I got the jab to get a job. I'd like to tell you all about that, but apparently I'd be shadow banned. But guess what? I'm shadow banned anyways. That's right. What are we talking about this week? Well, we're talking about the mob. Okay. Now, first of all, we know that mobs come from gangs in the neighborhood. We know that they target people in their own neighborhood. They extort them. This is how they started. We know that sports was made for betting on. I mean, there's so many things in this society that are kind of a given. Like, there's no reason why marijuana plants should have ever been outlawed. But we allow it to happen, right? We just allow it to happen, right? When the fact is, none of the cops were they didn't give a shit. They would only use it to target individuals, right? Like I said, I was arrested for marijuana in my high school. Do you know what that does to a person psychologically? Yeah, they do. That's why they, quote unquote, run game on people, okay? This is why they do it, and this is why they create criminals, okay? Criminals are created. They're created by targeting through gangs, usually police-sanctioned gangs. That's what they are. And like I said, it could be one of the 17 intelligence agencies just fucking with another lower level police, right? Cops on the ground, running operations, right? That's what they do in the military. And so you can kind of see this. You take a look at people like Frank Carlotta, right? Frank Carlotta, everyone thinks he's this big-time gangster. And by the way, I wrote up a business plan for a mob tour out of Motor City Casino in Detroit, because that's how my mind works. I wrote up a nice business plan, and I showed them how it wasn't going to cost them hardly any money. Once you establish this as part of your budget, and I showed them how they can, I don't know, there's a little secret to it, right? You could do a mob tour in a little bus, probably with alcohol legally. I sent this to one of the HR people at the Motor City Casino back when I was in Detroit looking for work. I'm out in Heavenly Hills, California now. I do my show because my car was sabotaged. Sorry, I always do that every show. Sorry about that. I got to remember to use my chapstick. Where's my chapstick? So we got guys like Frank Carlotta, right? He was in casino, and you know, guys like this, they're saying, he tells his old stories, right? He's like, well, we went into this house and we kidnapped somebody. Really? Do you think that's a redeeming quality? Are we supposed to be really showing these guys, quote unquote, respect? Why? You're a piece of trash. Back in my day, when I was younger, they just called it B&E. And that's what he's talking about. It's called B&E. They wouldn't charge you with kidnapping. When I was locked up in Macomb County, Michigan, okay, again, I'm not a felon, so I'm not really stressing anything. There's a guy's looking at 15 years for just being in somebody's house, and the police would frame it as if it was a B&E, right? That's a 15-year jailable offense now, okay? So we know times change. We know that they opened tons of prisons, right? They let all the loonies out, like we were talking in the last episode, right? Started flooding the streets with people. People started losing their jobs, right? Because the factory, you'd have a one factory town, like I was talking about with, who's the guy from Flint, Michigan, Michael Moore, right? His documentary showing that you got a one company town. When that company leaves, that's it. All you have is urban blight, right? So again, this started happening with NAFTA, We know this, right? And by the way, all coincidences aside, nobody... I don't know if I really want to get into it. I want to talk about a little current events. You guys know this guy, Dave Portnoy? He goes around giving New York-style cardboard bottom pizza a 9-point homina homina, giving it 9 out of 10 for cardboard with cheese, okay? I came up in Detroit. I started flipping pies when I was 12 years old. You gotta use a screen, okay? This is what people don't understand. You got to use a screen. What you're doing is you're turning the bottom into fucking cardboard. These people in New York don't know how to make a fucking pie. They have their ovens up way too high. The top has to cook. And this is what they're not getting through in their minds. The old ovens must have been set up to where that heat coming across the top, probably what they call the brick oven, you have a lot of heat on that top, okay? What they're doing is they're burning the bottoms of their pies, and they're coming out terrible. I lived there for 14 motherfucking years. I don't give a shit about Dave fucking Portnoy. The guy doesn't know pizza from, a fucking greasy shoe, okay? That was a bad analogy. Okay, what do you want from me? Supposed to be talking about mob stuff, but it just bothers me. Now, on Dave Portnoy's show, they just let this guy Mark go. And the reason they let him go, okay, the reason you come to my show, guys, is because I give you a perspective that you're not going to get on somebody else's show. Okay, why would you come to this show if I'm just going to ape the mainstream? Fuck the mainstream. They're saying that the guy was singing a rap song. No. I told you guys, this is targeting. They're using that as an excuse to get rid of him. They don't have to honor his contract if he even signed one. He looks about so dumb. This guy Mark I'm talking about, not Dave Portnoy. I'm talking about Mark. They got rid of him on the show for singing a rap song. I remember when we had to put explicit lyrics on rap records. I remember when Harmony House didn't want to sell rap music. That's why I'm really disappointed in these motherfuckers turning on me. I really am. I'll bring it up every show. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. I'm not going to get monetized anyways. But I'd appreciate if you guys could send me $20. That would be awesome. If not, oh well. You see, I live off the EBT menu, and I'm here to remind you that that's no hot food. I don't have any hot food. Okay, I can go to 7-Eleven, get a burrito and put it in the microwave oven, but you're talking it's about $4 when I could get more food, actually, physically more food for my money. Okay, so I spent about $3 on a coffee today. I'll have a coffee tomorrow. That'll be the other $3 that I spent. Yeah, I'm trying to buy food and then let it, take 2 days to eat it. Let's stretch it out, right? I hope so, because it was $14 is what I spent today. And that's not, you don't get a hot meal. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's what I live off of. And that's how the fuck I roll. So you got this guy, Mark, on the Dave Portnoy show, who doesn't know good pizza. A bottom of a pizza can't taste like an old brown fucking shoe with cheese, okay? I mean, he's giving it like 8.5 and 9 point. It's just ass kissing. Complete and utter ass kissing of these pizzerias. Trust me, I know. I saw a short. Now, my Uncle Paulie I used to work for, his pans are caked. They're black. I'm talking about the thick Sicilian style, not the flat pie, okay, not the round. I'm talking about the square. His pans are caked. They're all broken in. They're about fucking 30 years old. I saw a pie made out of these pans that was going, it was just cheese and pepperoni, going for over $30.
Yeah, but that's like...
Do you understand? We were selling that pie for $12. I repeat, the pans that my uncle probably has right in his goddamn garage right now. I saw a pie online that's going for $30 and that we were making and selling for about 12 bucks. You understand? I know pizza. I started when I was 12. I was making $2.35 an hour. That was minimum wage. That's right. So this Mike guy at Dave Portnoy, they're using it as an excuse to get rid of him. That's what they're doing. Do you guys see this now? It's not about Me Too. It's not about privilege or anything like that. It's about targeting individuals and getting rid of them. They're using this as an excuse. They're using it as an excuse to get their money. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I tried to tell you guys yesterday. I couldn't quite get it out. About declaring somebody brain dead. I went to go get a CAT scan because my own wife was utilizing the Facebook app, cranking up the algorithm, and I was rubber baby buggy bumpers. It melts your brain. I thought I was having an aneurysm. I thought that I was having a stroke like my father. Maybe I'll put up a picture of my father. He has a stroke. I'm not talking about my dad. My wonderful dad, Anthony Lucrecchio, who I love more than any of the women in my family who don't know shit from shoe polish. Okay? Hey, you could go pass a test. That's why these Fed rats, they all got this big ego, just like my sisters. Their egos are out of fucking control. They don't have 1 ounce of pathos, 1 ounce of empathy in this world, and you are fucking borderline psychotic. I'm here to tell you. People are inherently good. Stop believing what these bureaucrats are telling you so they could justify their fucking salaries, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're giving you a haka-hooey so they can justify their salaries. They're going around saying, oh, there's serial killers everywhere. Oh, we've got this threat. We've got that threat. Yeah. You know how much these motherfuckers are getting paid? You know how much bonus money? My buddy's telling me about his dumb cop in Queens, New York, getting 10 grand. 10 grand just to show up because they flipped the switch and said, yeah, we're in a heightened state. We're going to go to code, I don't know, just arbitrary. Are we going to go yellow or orange? Are we going to make $10,000 in a bonus pay or more? Right? That's what it's about. And again, hey, I didn't create the rules, man. I'm just living in this realm. I'm not trying to justify anything. I'm not saying I'm on somebody's fucking side, because the fact is, it's the Electoral College who elects the president, not you or me. And this derangement syndrome that people are experiencing is through your device. In the future, you can break whatever law you want. You can do whatever you want. Like I said, you can go ahead and rob a bank. They allow you to rob a bank. Why? Because they want to pursue you. They got you on camera. It's not hard to figure out who you are. You understand? And they'll just sit back and watch, collect a bunch of money, and then maybe they can push you into doing something else, right? I laugh at these guys who talk about going to Club Fed because they're a fucking joke, like Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz was just threatening somebody on his show, Red Bar. I don't take sides. I'm not sitting here. You know what I mean? I just watch stuff that comes up and I tell you guys about it. This thing with Dave Portnoy is a lie. They're using it to get rid of this guy, Mike, because they can get a guy in there from Generation Z and pay this guy 1/3 of what they're paying this Mike guy. This guy, Mike, is a dork, and they're just getting rid of this motherfucker. That's what they're doing. Okay? That's your future, kid. I got him sussed. That's right, me, little old Zoolander. That's me. Oh, yeah. Zoolander. In case you guys don't know, I slept in the same bedroom as my sisters until I was about 11 years old. How would you like that? How would you like that for a young man? How would you like that? I grew up rough. I grew up really rough. And for these sissies to sit here and tell me I'm fucking soft, I'll go toe-to-toe any day. But they don't do that. Listen to Joey Diaz. Listen to how these motherfuckers roll. Joey Diaz is threatening a man and his wife. Now, the only person I want to fight, there's only about 3 guys I want to fist fight. And those sissies don't roll like that. They wait until you're drunk, and then they kick your ass. 3 of them. You see what I'm saying? Incredible, man. Incredible. And we tolerate it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. We tolerate this stuff. It's okay. You guys do whatever you want. Right? Take a look at Joey Diaz threatening Red Bar and his old lady. Are you insane, dude? He's doing it right on his show. He says, "Yo, dog." Now, the reason I rip on Joey Diaz is because I actually lived in New York for 14 years. I was an extra. You know, I was a small-time actor. I was a production assistant. I know guys like him. All they do is run their fucking mouth. And I told you, hey, I guess that's how you get ahead in this world. You throw your fucking weight around. But again, it only lasts for so long. Let me tell you. We are a sine wave. I don't care if your sine went higher than somebody else's. Somebody else is coming up while somebody else is going down. And I can't get any lower. You see how it works now? You see how it works now, tough guy who sabotaged my car? Right? See how it works now? So Joey Diaz is throwing around his weight, right? He's sitting there fucking saying he's going to fucking have some buddies where the guy lives in Arizona waiting for him outside with baseball bats. What? Because, you know what he said? That he runs with a set. You know where he got this set? He said it right on his show. He said he got it from Inside Club Fed. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Well, let me tell you something. That sissy Jason Clifton was never in Club Fed. Now what? They try to use prison rules out on the street. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Then what's the point of going to the joint if there's going to be prison rules out on the street? That means there's no freedom on the street. You can't win. You can't fucking win. You understand? Oh, yeah. I'm in a park. You know me. I get excited. I get heated. Because I actually have an opinion about something. Most people ape the mainstream opinion. The mainstream will provide their opinion for them, and they'll say, oh, okay, I'll take that opinion. That sounds good to me. Hey, that's good enough. Don't think of an elephant in your pajamas. That's all right. Don't think of an elephant in your pajamas, right? Boy, you know what? Sometimes, I can't tell. Are they 18 or 28? Either way, that's too young for me. I like old broads. Let me tell you something. When I was a teenager, I loved broads in their 40s and 50s. I'm in my 60s. I still love broads in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. I still do. I think they're smoking hot. Okay, nobody's going to throw a fucking 18-year-old out of the sack. I mean, give me a break, right? I mean, whatever. But really, I like women who are actually smart. You understand? I like being challenged, and that's why a lot of young women like older men. That's why I'll never fault Amber Heard. Everybody jumps on the Amber Heard bandwagon. Okay, whatever. I don't really care. I know that she was putting down Johnny Depp for being taken advantage of sexually. Oh yeah, you guys didn't hear that part? I know I did. That's why you come to my show, so you can get a point of view that you're not getting in other people's shows. Why would you? All they do is ape the mainstream. I'm here to tell you, they are out to get Bam Margera's money. They are out to get Amanda Bynes' money. And I live right here in California, and all you have to do is be deemed brain dead. Look at Bruce Willis. I'm very sorry to say, I don't want to bring him up. I love him. Everybody loves Bruce Willis. I love Bruno. That's who I love. I don't give a fuck about what his real name is. I go way back with Bruno, okay? Not only the Bruno album, but the fact that they wanted him in the show Moonlighting. Because he had a great personality, right? Because he was Jason Statham, before Jason Statham, right? Some people just have that, natural ability. They don't look like a deer in the fucking headlights. Like that mama's boy, the Ernest Berg, what's his name? Bergman? Ernest Berg, fuck. I just saw him too. I was just laughing about it. Ernest Bergnor. I can't think of it because I'm thinking of Portnoy. But anyways, this guy from Michigan, he's like a small-time actor now. He was in it. He was basically in a student film. They took this student film and they showed it on the big screen in Michigan, and now he's like some big actor now. Like, everybody knew that this guy was shit-talking me, but I shook his hand. I said, hey, how you doing? Hey, man, congratulations. You know what that sissy did? Just like my sisters who don't know the difference between shit and shoe polish, he looked at the ground like the coward he is. Yeah. Ernest Borgnine, that's his name. I was mixing him up with Portnoy. He's the Ernest Borgnine of student films in Michigan. Oh my God, dude. Fuck it, mommy. Yeah. Anyway, I talk about actual people. They're welcome to come on my show. They're welcome to get into a fist fight with me. I don't threaten people and say that I run with the set and have somebody show up to where they're at with a fucking baseball bat. What if somebody actually does it and Joey Diaz ends up in the Who's Gal? Well, that's what they're trying to say. Oh, man, he's got so many followers, bro. Look at how many followers he has. And let me tell you, you casting people, if you're casting somebody because of how many followers they have, shame on you. In case you don't know, when I was coming up, they had something called art films, and we would go to the cinema, and going to the cinema was actually cultured. Okay, it's not that way anymore. Okay, there's no culture involved. You would go see a foreign film, or you would go see what do they call it, art house film? I was the son of the midnight movies. That's who I am. I haven't seen David Lynch in a while. I hope he's doing okay. I mentioned Gordon Lightfoot, and he died. All right. I mentioned a couple other people. I put Christy McVie on my playlist, and then she died. There's a couple others, too. I was talking about Anne Heche. Right? What if they declare Bruno brain dead? That means they could just kill him. What if they declared, like they declared Anne Heche brain dead? Now take a look at some of the footage. They showed her being rolled back to her vehicle. She comes flying up. They have her head covered. I don't know why. If you're not dead, go talk to an EMT person. Why would they cover her face? She comes jumping out. They have her face covered and her head covered. Anne Heche. And she's bald. She doesn't have any hair. This is the image that they showed. Now, I'm not sure if the image matched what they were saying. I don't know. There's no way for me to check it. I have to go by what I see. And they declared her brain dead, and they flipped the switch. Okay? With this tech, and people that I know this. Okay? And it's really pretty fucking scary stuff. They scrambled my brain so bad they did it for longer. And again, you can only guess. So I could be ratting myself out, right? That's why rats don't exist. It's a big fucking lie. Okay? It's a big lie. Rats don't exist. Okay? Because 3 can keep a secret if 2 are dead. Okay? That came from Marcello down in New Orleans. Allegedly, he was responsible for RFK's murder, right? That's what they said. RFK took him out of the country, dropped him off in a foreign country, just because he was Attorney General. He's like, fuck this guy. He's throwing his weight around. Oh, yeah. Now take a look at his son, RFK Jr. He might put in a bid. What are the chances that something's going to be wrong with how he speaks? I would say about 1 in a million. Take a look at my description, guys. Take a look at the description. I put in a link to cancerous stem cells. It's right on Wikipedia. Wicca, alma mater. That's right. My education didn't stop. In college, which I went to, I was trying to become a counselor, a drug counselor. I was actually altruistic. I was actually trying to be a father. I changed my life. And these people in New York said, we're not going to let you change your life. We're going to go ahead and buzz you through the Facebook app. And it wasn't just New York, it was Michigan too. I told you, they tried to set me up numerous times. And sometimes I took the bait because I needed stories to talk about, right? I needed stories to write about, basically. And all they do is lock bathrooms and leave out purses. Like, are you insane? I mean, I just want to knock the taste out of somebody's mouth, right? I don't have a woman to threaten to knock her name out of somebody's mouth, but I can't throw down. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't mind getting into a fist fight with a very specific person. Look at Bam Margera. He wants to fight Johnny Knoxville. Why? Something must be there, and everybody's dismissing it. I'm not here to get into somebody else's business. I'm here to deconstruct what the fuck they're telling you. I'm telling you a little something that I learned a long time ago when I was a kid, and I learned how to read the goddamn paper where they said, read between the lines. You understand? Read between the goddamn lines. That's what they used to say when I was a kid. It's not accepting a headline from Media Deep Blue on face value. There's no way to trace it. There's no way to find a correction for it. If it's wrong, you're never gonna find it. So why involve yourself in it? Why? Because it's easy for me. I can deconstruct this stuff really easy. I can see it, plain as day. They were torturing me, and again, I'm gonna rat on myself, or I'm gonna think of a million reasons why. Oh, what did I do wrong? Well, let me tell you this, the time I did this. Let me tell you about the time I did that. Oh, maybe I stole an ice cream, right? And then they're gonna come up holier than thou because their egos are out of control. You just played yourself, player. We just made you play yourself. That's why I knew at a young age that these Peckerwoods and these homies are doing the exact same fucking thing. And this is a game that they use. And it's all a lie. It's all a ruse. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Now, take a look at Henry Hill. If any of this bullshit was even fucking remotely true about a hit, wait. I thought John Gotti was some big fucking gangster. I thought there was a big hit out on Sammy the Bull. Sammy the Bull has his own YouTube channel. He's doing shows with Michael Franchise. Huh? I thought there was a big hit out on these guys. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought there was a big hit out on Henry Hill. Henry Hill actually lived longer than Ray Liotta, who played Henry Hill. That's what a joke the fucking mob is. You understand? This shit is a fucking joke. And we're rewarding these guys for this bad behavior that they perpetrated on people right in their own fucking neighborhoods. Extorting people. Beating people up. Now, that is the beauty of The Sopranos. That's why I love that show so much, because they were real guys, working class guys, and they were stuck in a moral conundrum. Right? They were stuck in this moral conundrum. And in case you don't know, I was a small-time actor in New York, and I knew that Michael Imperioli actually was dating Lily Taylor when I saw him walking down the street. He wasn't even in The Sopranos yet. I knew who Michael Imperioli was. Okay? I knew who Tim Roth was because I had seen him, obviously, in films over from England, going to these art house movies, and here I am in a bar at 2A. It's called 2A. Now, I talked about 7B in the other episode. That was a bar that was in Crocodile Dundee. It was called 7B, and that's where you would get drugs, right down the street at 7 between C and B, B and C. In the BC era, before computers. That's me. That's right. always giving you a perspective that you're not going to get on anybody else's show. Why would you? They all say the same thing. I don't run with a set. I'm my own man. And I hope you're all your own person as well. That's why they created this whole notion of sovereign citizens are bad. We're all sovereign. Okay? We're all in a pursuit of happiness. But it's not really about the happiness. It's about the pursuit. Thank you very much for watching my show. I appreciate it more than you'll ever know.